5 minutes to the gentleman from Missouri who introduced this resolution, Mr. Graves.
The gentleman from Missouri is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, last July, I was humbled and honored to introduce House Resolution 699, expressing the appreciation of Congress for the service and sacrifice of the members of the 139th Airlift Wing, Missouri Air National Guard. Since World War II, the men and women of the 139th have been based at Rosecrans Memorial Airport in St. Joe, Missouri, which is in my district. First, I want to thank Chairman Skelton and Ranking Member McKeon for allowing this important resolution to come to the floor today. And further, I want to thank my colleagues who joined me in co-sponsoring this resolution and in helping move forward such an important tribute. I'd also like to recognize the 139th Airlift Wing's commanders, at least those which I have been able to work with. General Steve McCamey, Colonel Davenport, General Steve Cotter, and most recently the new commander, Colonel Mike McAnulty. Colonel McAnulty has been a dynamic leader in working to continue and expand the role of the Missouri Air National Guard, and he is an invaluable resource to my office, our military, and obviously the St. Joseph community. The 139th Airlift Wing, initially designated as the 180th Bombardment Squadron, has been serving our nation proudly since 1946, which makes it among the one of the first federally recognized Air National Guard units in the nation. They have deployed, and it has already been pointed out, they have deployed in support of the Korean War, Operation Desert Storm, military operations alongside NATO forces as part of Operation Joint Force in Europe, Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. And the members of the 139th Airlift Wing have also assisted with humanitarian efforts in response to the Great Flood of 1993, Hurricane Katrina, severe storms that struck northwest Missouri in 2007, and most recently in response to the devastating earthquake in Haiti. In 1984, the 139th Airlift Wing became home to the Advanced Airlift Tactics Training Center, which is what some have already pointed out today. The Advanced Airlift Tactics Training Center increases the warfighting effectiveness and the survivability of mobility forces in a combat environment, and is utilized by our military and NATO forces from around the world. And it is used by reserve units and active duty units alike, and it's always interesting whenever I have the opportunity to travel abroad, whether it's to Afghanistan or to Iraq. And a lot of times, members of Congress, we travel with C-17 crews or C-130 crews. One of the things I always ask them if they have been through the school at St. Joe, and 80% of the time they say yes, they have. They've been to the Advanced Airlift Tactics Training Center, which has taught them survivability in those areas. Lastly, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the nearly 2,500 civilian and military personnel from northwest Missouri and northeast Kansas, which serve selflessly in the 139th Airlift Wing. I commend their exemplary service and sacrifice, and that of their families, and that of all other members of the armed forces who have served, who are currently serving in support of the United States military contingency operations at home and abroad. Madam Speaker, please join me in thanking the men and women of the 139th Airlift Wing by supporting this important resolution. And I thank you for your time, and I yield back.